welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you have been here before. Today we are doing one hand, and today is the very first installation of the Zodiac signs nail set. So I will be doing a purple Aries set, and to start off I am going to be cleansing off my nail. I do have some of the Nail Aid 8-in-1 nude manicure polish on my nails. My nails have been feeling a little bit thin, so I wanted to give them some protection while I was going without nails for a few days. So that's the first step, is clearing off all the nail polish off my nails. Now I did try to leave on the polish one time, and let me tell you, they all popped off. So like I said, my nails have been feeling super duper weak, so I was like, okay, let me test it out where I try to do a full set of nails but have like just a small, like a thin layer of the protective polish underneath. They all popped off in like 3-4 days. So what I learned from that little experiment is that I have to take off the polish before I do a press on set, unless I'm only going to be popping them right off. Now I'll literally pop these nails off probably 15-20 minutes after I finish them, but I was like, meh, let me just do it the regular way just to make sure. So you just saw me clean underneath my nails. I push back my cuticles. Now I'm just filing my nails just to make sure they are all, no jagged edges, not too long or anything like that. Now I am taking my e-file, and I can't remember the name of this bit. I'm gonna have to throw it in there. But with this bit, I'm just cleaning the shine off the nail plate, and I'm also trying to see if it would be good to use to do some cuticle prep work, and it did work. I think it left a little bit of a ring because I was using it too fast, but I just wanted to try out the different bits because I bought a set of 19 bits and I don't know what most of them do. So I'm like, okay, let me try out all these different bits. And I've seen other YouTubers and nail technicians use this same bit to prep their clients' natural nails. So let me tell you what happened with this yellow band-aid. So I was cleaning up my desk at work, and I had a whole bunch of staples. So I'm trying to clean up all the staples. Now I do not know if it was staple or if it was a paper, but I got a bad cut on my finger, and that band-aid had been on for like 4 days at that point. Like, I was so pissed. So now I went in with the cuticle scissors. I think I might need new ones, and they're super sharp. I like these little cuticle nipper thingies. I like these. I don't know if they're that good. They came in a pedicure set, not a manicure set, but I really love the fact that I could just go in and just like, cut these cuticles so much easier. Like, I really like that. Alrighty, so now that my natural nail is prepped, I am going in with the Nail Couture Tapered Coffin Full Cover Nail Tips. They have a super deep sleeve curve, and I've mentioned it in my other videos, but you see on all of my nail boxes, I have a little piece of tape with all of my sizes on it, and that way I'm not going in and having to measure them each and every single time. So especially when you do the lazy girl method, the Femi Beauty Polygel method, which is what I'm doing, you have to make sure that you size up a bit. So instead of doing a 2 for the thumb, I had to go in with the 1. So now I'm just taking my mandrel bit. This is the fine grit, I want to say a 180 sanding bin, and I'm just going in and I'm sanding the insides of all of the nails. Now I don't know if you really need to do this, but I do it because I am going to be putting product on it, and because I'm a little bit too aggressive with speed, I accidentally messed up one of the full cover tips, and I filed a little bit too much of it off. So now I'm just showing you guys and turning it all the way down so that I do not do that again, because I don't want to keep wasting those tips. I very rarely use those tips, but still, I don't want to have to waste tips if I don't need to. So now that I have chosen the video that I wanted to watch on YouTube, as you saw, right now I'm doing the peel off base coat method, which is just taking some cuticle oil, and then I am going to be putting some top coat on the top, and I'm going to cure that in my lamp for 60 seconds.
It helps the speaker lead his audience into the scene he described by creating an imaginary picture. Usually it's something that moves. So then, why? It helps the speaker lead his audience into the scene he described by creating an imaginary picture. Usually it's something that moves.
Alrighty, so I'm back. So now what I'm going to be doing to all of the nails is a marbling effect with Polygel. So what you see me doing is that I'm just going to be squirting out small little globs all over the nails. I will not be cutting these nails down, so I will be using the full portion of the nail, and I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit of each of those 3 polygels in there. And then what I'm going to do is that I am going to take the back of the brush, the picker, dip it in some alcohol or the sip solution, and then what I'm doing is that I'm just going to swirl it around, and with the excess that was on there, I'm going to put it into another nail, because you really don't want a lot of polygel when you're doing the lazy girl method. If you have too much polygel, what's going to happen is that it will spill out and flood the cuticles and the sidewalls, and it'll get everywhere. So once you get it marbled the way that you want, you're going to take the brush, the polygel brush, and you're just going to smooth it out. And I saw that I needed a little bit more, so I just took what was left on the picker and just scraped it in there. And now there were some air bubbles in there, so what I did is that I turned it around, saw where the air bubbles were, and then I took the picker and I just kind of poked at it, and then I'm continuously smoothing it down. And now with the excess that I put into the other nail, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm going to just be smoothing it down until it gets to where I want it to be. And I'm going to be doing this with all of the nails. I'm going to be squirting in a little bit of polygel.
It helps the speaker lead his audience into the scene he describes.
And then smoothing it down. Any excess that I have,
creating an imaginary
I will
picture.
be putting it into another
Usually
nail.
it's something that
And then
moves.
if I see any air bubbles, if I see anything on the other side of the nail that looks like it needs to be mixed up with the dots, I'm just going to take the finger, poke at it, and then I will fix it and smooth it up.
So then, why?
that I have created the polygel design in all 5 nails, I am going to be taking a light white and some alcohol, and I will be cleaning off my nails, any nastiness, anything that might have gotten on it, and then I also cleaned off the brush. Okay, so I left this in here for one reason only. I put on Swoop, and I swear I have been watching her since probably 4 days now. I just be watching her videos like, oh my gosh, Swoop, like god dang. So yeah, so now what you see me doing is, none of these nails are cured, obviously. I am going to be putting the full cover tips on my nails. Those clips are polygel clips. So when you put the full cover tip on your nail, what you're going to do, you're going to place it on, you're not going to push it all the way down, but you're going to put it on there securely. And then what I do is then I check, I take the brush and I clean up any of the polygel that's spilled out underneath, put the clip on, I turn my nail underneath, and I clean up, any of the polygel so that it's not sticking to the underside of my nail. And then I just reheat that and then get it over.
why.